thing. I'm seeing 20/20 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show.
Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Chicago Bears. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
50 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, lefty, lefty.
They run with Harris. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Here we go. Winnie! I'm coming after you. Check.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Elliott on 1st down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. That one complete to Hill. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Go.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming to you. Coming.
X3. 218. Chop. 5.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. That was complete to Elliott. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, it's just
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no.
The keeper gets him down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Bravo!
Mike 51. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Fight!
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Kill! Hey, kill! Hey, 4 toe kill!
Kill, turn up. Mike 9. Bang out.
Hey, Alpha!
I'm coming.
Wentz. It's caught. Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On third down, Hannah. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Great. Hey, 57. Switch on.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific, because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped,
the ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A first down carry by Elliott. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets them back for second down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Watch 54. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Mike 54.
Throwing on second and long. Minshew. He'll let this go for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
On first down, Hannah. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, exit.
Now Wentz. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Slam. Great 15. Hey, Delta. No.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Hey, Steve 6. Get it.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Number 13, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Able to spin free. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Right there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go to Elliott again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On third down, Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
First down, Patriots.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, wahoo. Kill. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Hey, echo.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running, it's Drake. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Done. 120. 50. I'm coming after you.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Waiting. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mike 50. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 50, Mike 50. We own them. 82. I got it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Spins by. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Elliott. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
60 Pittsburgh. 5.
Here's Minshew. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll keep it on the ground. Hannah. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
On
3rd down, Hannah. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Landry now on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. To try again after the sack, Minshew steps away to his left. And going deep. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Here's Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Check. Greystone, travel. Hey, Foxtrot. Hit it.
On 2nd and 15 now. Minshew forced out to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again.
And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when we see quarterbacks in this type of bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This will be taken short. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
On the set. Hey, Haywood. 2.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. They took a real chance there, throwing deep from their own end zone.
Yeah, just think about it this way. If you take that shot, which they just did, you're giving those pass rushers an extra chance to get you. Your escape hatch behind you is gone because the end line is there. Yet at the same time, they took the gamble, and boy, did it pay off.
Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 33 and a first. McCaffrey, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Bears 24, Patriots 7.
Out out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw again on second down. Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And a nice spin into some open field. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Now Minshew. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Minshew sets to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Corey Davis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? Over after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Bears, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles...
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You